Hello fellow booktubers, my name is Lauren, you're watching Dreams Books Courage, and today is another Top 5 Wednesday. So for today's Top 5 Wednesday, we're doing Top 5 series you won't finish. For this Top 5, I won't exactly have an order from which it's best to worst or worst to best, simply because I won't really be finishing any of them, so I'll just go ahead and get into my Top 5 in no particular order. So the first one I have is the Nancy Drew series, starting off with The Secret of the Old Clock. As a child, I loved reading these books. I read so many Nancy Drew books, and it's not that I don't like Carolyn Keane's writing or anything like that. It's simply that there are so many. There are over 50 Nancy Drew novels, and I just don't really think I have time to finish the series. Although the books that I have read were really good, I feel like I'm just too old for them in some ways now. I just feel like I won't be into them as much as I was when I was little. This second series might surprise some of you, and that is the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants series. And it's not that I necessarily didn't like these books. I read The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants and also the second summer of the Sisterhood, and then I got like halfway through Girls in Pants, the third summer of the Sisterhood, and I just couldn't really get into this book. I don't know what it is, and that was a few years back, but I just feel like I just don't really want to get back into this series by now. I know a lot of people really enjoy these books, but I guess they're just not really for me. These books are very entertaining, but I just feel like maybe it was the drama or something about these books I just stopped liking after a while, so I feel like I probably will not go back to finish these. This next series also might be a bit surprising that I didn't really enjoy them that much, because I know a good amount of people do enjoy them, and I'm not really sure what the series is called, but the first book is Cross My Heart and Hopes to Spy by Ally Carter. These books tell the story of a girl who's at this boarding school, but they're training to be spies, and so it's really interesting, and I really enjoyed reading this book. And I also read I'd Tell You I Love You, but Then I'd Have to Kill You, and I really didn't have a problem with these books at all. I even picked up the third book, Don't Judge a Girl by Her Cover, so really I didn't have a problem with these books, but I never got around to reading this one. And there's about 8 books in this series, and I feel like I just don't really feel the need to read more of these books. With middle grade books, sometimes they just keep on telling the same story, and it's just not really varying, and so I didn't really enjoy the series by the time I finished the second one. These are quite entertaining books, but I feel like I kind of just grew out of liking this series. This next series, I'm not sure how many books are in it, but I know there's a sequel at least, and that is Spoiled by Heather Cox and Jessica Morgan. I really enjoy this cover. I think it looks awesome, but I just didn't really get into the story. The plot seemed very boring, and it was just a story that's been told a whole lot of times, so I definitely didn't give this book a very good rating, and it was just kind of boring. And so I definitely don't want to go on with the series if I find it boring at all, and so I'm definitely not going to go on with this one. The last series I have is ttyl by Lauren Miracle, and I'm not sure how many books are in this series as well, but I just remember whenever I read this, I was very bored and I didn't like this book at all, so I definitely will not go on with this series. I thought it was pretty cool how it's written in instant messages, so I'm not really sure what the big problem was whenever I read this book. It was a few years back. Maybe if I gave it another try, I would like it more, but I just remember feelings of just disliking this book so much. I really don't tend to dislike books at all, so it was very surprising that I didn't like this book. So since I didn't like it so much, I'm definitely not going to go on with this series just because I feel like those bad feelings might just stay with me throughout it. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick Top 5 Wednesday video. Tell me down below the series that you definitely will not be reading, and I'm going to see you guys next time. I'm going to go get back to reading a series that I'm really enjoying, so I'll see you guys later.